What's up, my beautiful executive board? Welcome back to another episode of Movie Madness Marathon, guys. We are on episode 9 of 29 episodes, guys. 20 more episodes to go into the release of Outlaw Posse. But we're not going to waste any more time, guys. Let's get straight into it. Let's go.
Yeah, in 2023, I identified as a rapper. Cut the chatter, it's not a factor who coming after. I plan to be the last one standing, total disaster. Cause everybody don't go up, it's like the raptor. See you trying to be ahead of the game, you moving backwards. I told you that there's levels of this, climb the ladder. I'm bringing niggas down to the atoms, it never matter, playing music.
Alright, you guys, so welcome back to another episode of Movie Madness Marathon, guys. This is episode 9, titled Our Dancing Days, guys. Basically, I know we've been hitting the ground hard, talking about the stories of when I met the different celebrities, what my interactions was like with that, what my job was, what it required of me, and all of that. But I figured we'd have a little fun this episode. Two of the most common questions I get when I tell people that I worked on a movie set in Montana is, one, how in the world did you get that opportunity? And if you'd like to know that, go watch episode 2. And number 2 is, you were in Montana, what the heck was there to do out there? And the answer is, not a whole lot. As we arrived there in September, freezing cold, so it wasn't, but Montana's not a big state for, I guess, amusement. It's really for the beauty and the nature of it all. We worked Monday through Friday. Every week. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. 14 to 16 hours, so once we got home, we were asleep, preparing for the next 14 to 16 hour days, sometimes longer depending on the scene we had to do. So on the weekends, we would try to figure out some stuff to do. There were hot springs out there. If we drove like 30 minutes from where we were, because we filmed in Livingston, Montana, but we were like 30 to 45 minutes away from Bozeman, Montana. So we would drive out there to Bozeman and try to figure out some stuff to do. And of course, you guys, I already told you I have the juice. So I have little miniature vlogs that I'm going to post, guys. But yeah, basically, we found some interesting things to do around there the best we could. Like your typical like movie theater, food, look around at an antique shop, but nothing really, amusing. So let me tell you guys, we did go to the hot spring. I do not have a video of us at the hot spring because there was no connection out there whatsoever. I had to put my phone in the locker because the hot spring that we went to was like, if you had your phone, you would have to hold it the whole time. Like there was nowhere to put it down. But I do have videos of us walking around Bozeman, Montana, guys. I do have that. We went to this really cool ice cream parlor. They had pumpkin chocolate chip ice cream. Immaculate, guys. Immaculate, okay? That I never thought pumpkin chocolate chip ice cream would have me in a chokehold the way it did. But it was so good, and we were like, this is just ice cream. Like, we can get this anywhere, but you can't get pumpkin chocolate chip ice cream anywhere. We got to look around some antique shops, guys, and kind of ask around like what there was to do. Another night, my friends went all out to another night in Bozeman, and it was a bar, but it was like half club, half bar. It was called the Rocking R Bar, and we went there, guys, and it was fun. Clubs aren't technically really my vibe, bars not either, but we were in Montana and there was nothing else to do. Guys, we went to the Rockin' R Bar. It was a lot of fun. We had a good time. It was pool games, good drinks and things. The only thing that was difficult was finding parking. And that's because apparently at night in Bozeman, it's like food truck city. So as you guys are going to see in the vlog that I'm going to post of me going out to the Rockin' R Bar in the Montana area, is I'm going to show you guys the taco truck that I decided to try. And I was excited because I'm like, ooh, a taco truck, like, yum. Like, oh my gosh, or whatever. And I was expecting it wasn't very good. And that kind of upset me because I was like, dang, I was looking forward to a good taco. So we went out there and we made the most of it, honestly, the fun that we had out there. We went exploring. We did go to Yellowstone National Park, but I'm going to give you guys your own vlog because, of course, I vlogged everything we did in Yellowstone National Park. So be on the lookout for that episode because I'm going to post everything, all the pictures, guys, the geysers, everything we saw, guys. Typically, days off, I was doing laundry, setting myself up for the week, and pretty much looking over the new scripts and things that they would send out to us because, like, you had to know what the heck we were doing ahead of time so that you didn't fall behind, so having fun, like, we made time for it when we could, Most times we were preparing for the new week because it was like, dang, we have so much to accomplish this week. And like I told you guys in the last video, like working on a set, there's only a certain amount of time. Like you can only do it from this time to this time. There is no extra. There is no, oh, let's just do an extra day. Let's do an extra week. Like, no. They give you a budget. You work with that budget and you make it happen with that budget. Really, the most fun I had was grocery shopping. And that was like such a like, for me, because I was like, I'm like 22 years old. Why is grocery shopping the highlight of this trip for me? Like, but we did go to the hot springs, guys. The hot springs, let me tell you about that. Hot springs were absolutely amazing, guys. The minerals and things that are in the water, from our feet hurting, our backs hurting from the working on the set. Once we all got in the hot springs and we got out, we were like, interesting. Like our bodies were not hurting, and I was like, that is so weird. They built like a structure around where the hot spring was and made it like a pool, and everybody else was just swimming in the hot spring. But it's not like swimming in your typical pool. It's like swimming in a really big jacuzzi. People say like when they're really sore and stuff out there, like they just go to the hot springs for a day and they're fine. I'm like, what? Like they have like whole spas and stuff out of there made purely out of the hot springs. So I was like, okay, well, cool. Like, works for me. So, yeah. And pretty much like for the fun stuff out there, like, yeah, we just did the typical, usual, what anybody would do. I told you guys before, you guys are getting a Yellowstone National Park vlog. So I have all that content ready for you. I have all the pictures still, everything we saw, everything we did. You guys will see it here, but you have to be subscribed. Now, guys, if you haven't subscribed, if you haven't hit that notification bell, if you aren't following me on Instagram, what are you doing? Like, what are you actually doing? And as always, I always like to end it. Jesus loves you. He wants a relationship with you. If you are alive today, that is another opportunity for you to get it right. So don't miss out on Jesus, because Jesus doesn't want to miss out on you. And as always, my beautiful, wonderful, magnificent executive board, keep it executive. Peace.